Oh yes, wait. And today to open the momentum of the verse, we are going to read from the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 1 to 14. The reading is the parable of the wedding feast. It reads, Jesus again used the parables in talking to the people. The kingdom of heaven is like this. Once there was a king who prepared a wedding feast for his son. He sent his servant to tell the invited guests to come to the feast, but they did not want to come. So he sent other servants with this message for the guests. My feast is ready now. My bullocks and the prize calves have been butchered, and everything is ready. Come to the wedding feast. But the invited guests paid no attention and went about their business. One went to his farm, another to his shop, while another grabbed the servants, beat them, and killed them. The king was very angry, so he sent his soldiers, who killed those murderers and burned down their city. Then he called his servants and said to them, My wedding feast is now ready, but the people I invited did not deserve it. Now go to the main road, to the main streets, and invite to the feast as many people as you find. So the servants went out into the streets and gathered all the people they could find, good and bad alike, and the wedding hall was filled with people. The king went in to look at the guests and saw a man who was not wearing a wedding clothes. Friend, how did you get in here without wedding clothes? The king asked him. But the man said nothing. Then the king told the servant, Tie him up, hand and foot, throw him outside in the dark. There he will cry and grind his teeth. And Jesus concluded, Men are invited, but a few are chosen. So where do you fall? Where do you fall when you hear from this verse? Are you amongst the people who have been invited? You have refused to hear the voice of the Master? Is there any possibility that you are the one who was being invited and you just flog and kill the messengers of God? Are you the kind of the person who has been invited and in the midst of the invitation, that is the time you are going to the garden to dig or to do the harvest? Which kind of the person are you? Because God has called you by your name, since He knows you. He has called from the bondage of suffering, but you have refused to listen to the voice that is calling you. The voice is so sweet. The voice is so nice. The voice is so nice that you don't need to ignore. But most of the people have decided to ignore the message. And from the verse, as we have heard, that is how the kingdom of heaven is like. So choose you now between the three characters. Which character have you decided to be? The one who just listens to the word of God and does nothing with it? The one who is being called to listen to the word of God and is going to kill the messengers? Are you the kind of the person who is going to be called to listen to the word of God? You listen, but you do not take keenly or heed the advice you are being given? I shudder to think or to imagine this kind of the character who was being invited and he never had the wedding gown. Are you the one who has been invited? You don't have the wedding suit? Choose you now. Choose you now, because the alternative or the answer, you have it to yourself. And now from here, Jesus concluded by saying that many are invited, few are chosen. So will you be amongst the few who are being chosen by God to dine with Him in His kingdom and glory forever and ever? Where do you fall now? Where have you decided? Have you made up your mind to go to the way of Satan? Whom have you decided to follow? But as the Bible has said here, as we have just read, that many are chosen, but few are. Many have been invited, but few have been chosen. This one, the decision, you have it with yourself. So choose you now. Choose you now. Ask yourself, where have you been invited? And what is it that is dragging you behind? Not able to listen to the voice that is calling you. Which one? Is it the children? The earthly materials? Choose you now. The decision is yours. From the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 1 to 14. I love you. Keep on sharing, like, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.